Salutations, everyone. This is Jeff, and I am here on another, I guess, call it a CJM extra. I'm gonna call it this until I figure out whatever to call this series or whatever. But
Hmm.
I'm Jeff, and I'm here with my good friend Michael,
Hey guys, how's it going?
and he is also from CJM. If you have not heard from us, we are microscopic, smaller than the quantum verse, as Chris put it in our latest episode of CJM.
Yeah, below Z grade or whatever you said. It's like, ooh,
We are C grade. We are not even. We are not even an afterthought. Sadly.
sadly, but we have fun with it, and yeah, it's been a trip.
Yes. And it's like been like almost like a full. What? When did we start CJM, Mike?
We officially started uploading in January of last year, so we've been doing this for over a year now.
Not even 2 years yet. So it's been a
Yeah,
full year and 4 months.
yeah. So
Which,
yeah, it's been a part of been helping us through this whole pandemic. Yeah.
yes. Um. Yeah, it's just been a very rough year, and even though I'm trying to change myself physically and mentally, and I think it's improved with the exercise I'm doing, I think I'm in a better
Oh
place
yeah.
compared to months ago. When
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still going through it. Not majorly, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I thought on today's episode or whatever this is, we were going to talk about the CW event or the CW's event for Arrowverse,
Yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes.
Uh, Fun fact: Mike and I did this like I think like a year prior, like in 2019 when we
Yeah,
were.
yeah. We recorded something, but we wanted to kind of like redo it and just like spice it up or not spice it up, but just like rethink it, I guess.
Yeah, because when we did it last time, I was doing this on like a different recording thing, and it wasn't
Yeah.
OBS, and I'm not sure, but I don't think it was able to capture your audio from what I shot from what I checked. That was
Uh,
bad. Yeah. I see the
yeah.
video itself, but I hear me, but I don't hear you, so that sucks. So
Yeah.
those three
Uh,
videos are something we did when we were looking through when we were initially doing it is still there, but I don't think I hear you.
yeah. It makes sense. I've been a weird audio setup or audio fail. It
Yeah,
happens sometimes.
unfortunately. So actually, I might have to probably delete those from the hard drive the
Yeah.
cloud drive maybe eventually, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway, this was a big event for us because even though we kind of dabble with it with the CW Arrowverse because it became so big thanks to Arrow and
Mm-hmm.
which eventually spawned into Flash and then other shows like Legends of Tomorrow and eventually Supergirl, which has an interesting
Yeah.
history of being on CBS first, but it was still technically part of the canon of Flash, even though they said this was like Earth whatever and this was Earth whatever for their
Yeah.
side. And they always had to come up with interesting ways once a year to bring her to the Arrowverse because originally she was supposed to be there, but
Yeah.
due to the powers that be, that didn't happen. And because I guess at first Arrow wanted to be all, oh no, this is standalone. He's the only hero in the world. We don't want to introduce the element of superpowers. And then they introduced Flash. And then,
Yeah.
as I said,
Then
yeah,
then they scrapped that plan because originally it was just like no superpowers. It's more gritty heroes or down to earth heroes, I guess, or villains. And yeah, then they introduced Flash, and then boom, that changed.
immensely because it was like I think with the boost of the introducing the Flash, it really set the stage for that The Arrow universe really could do superpowered individuals and still maintain its own thing in its own
Yeah,
city, more or less.
yeah. So like on the MCU mixes up with like down to earth heroes and the fantastical like the Avengers or Guardians versus maybe like Captain America and and Black Widow that deal.
Yeah,
So that's what CW is kind of like. It's DC's TV version of the MCU in a way. At least in terms of them connecting and actually doing well with the stories.
pretty much.
Hard.
Yeah. So yeah, and then actually, interestingly enough, we get Black Lightning like a couple years later, and that was its own
Yeah.
universe until Crisis happened, and it just kind of booted him.
Yep.
This kind of boosted him into the universe now, so everything is connected.
And, yeah. So all of them are connected now. And we got like Batwoman a little bit.
Oh man, the
down.
Batwoman.
Which,
I am still upset how they did that, and I am like still questioning their I'm questioning their logic and how they tried to pull this and try to make it a new thing. And nothing against a new girl, woman. I believe she's doing a great job with the current status quo of Batwoman.
yeah.
You
It's
could have
not her,
just yeah. You go first.
it's not her fault. It's just like a weird convoluted situation with um Ruby Rose quitting and then them trying to I guess spice up because like ratings are down because due to I guess men or the people just not liking Batwoman and stuff. Batwoman is like very good. I mean, I thought it was alright. It's not bad, and I thought it was getting its footing. By the end of season one, I thought,
Yes, see, Batwoman did have a kind of had a slow start until, and I stand by this.
yeah,
After doing Crisis,
yeah,
this is what it needed.
yeah,
It boosted her in a way that it completely like I guess really gave her the boost she needed to be a better show after the initial first 8 episodes or whatever. Because it
yeah,
was intriguing, but it was slow, and there were some characters that we didn't really care for. This one was being a brat or whatever, and it's like, God damn it, what's gonna happen? I'm still sticking with you, Rose. I am, but it's like, come on, you gotta do something else. And the fact is that Kate Kane is the cousin of Bruce Wayne, so she is a little bit more of a
yeah,
playboy because due to the fact that she is a lesbian, which is good representation for them and
mm-hmm,
for the LGBT community at large.
mm-hmm,
But then again, as you said, a lot of chuds or random nerd boys who didn't like it because for some odd reason, I don't know why.
yeah,
Because doesn't I mean she had a relationship in the comics with someone, right?
yeah, yeah. She has relations, and one of them, of course, is Renee Montoya was one of them. The other one, I believe, I'm gonna have to look up her name again.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think
yeah,
she was in Supergirl for a couple of like a season or two,
yeah,
and she was
yeah,
engaged to Alex.
yeah. Mhm.
And yeah, so that's all Batwoman currently. But this is before the new season 2 Batwoman, and this is like the status quo for Batwoman as Kate Kane, and of course she was introduced in the previous crossover event a year prior with oh god, what was it? They had to go to God. They go to Gotham or something due to finding the Book of Destiny or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And it began with Arrow. No, it began with Arrow or something. And Flash. No, it began with Arrow because it always begins with either Barry or
Yeah.
Ollie, and then it just moved into to Flash, I believe.
Hmm.
Because no, I forget the order, but all you need to know at the first episode had Superman be coming back and coming into this world, which was awesome because Superman is
Yeah.
part of the Supergirl universe reality. So he had to help out Flash and Arrow. And I think that's when they were crossing powers, I think. I'm not sure. I could be confusing it. I forget.
Yeah.
But then it became noteworthy that, and like in the second episode, which was either the Flash or something, they went to Gotham, and Arrow and Ollie was adamant that there was no such thing as Batman. He was a fucking legend, and I am the first hero. And Supergirl looks at him like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Even in my reality, I know who Batman is, and clearly he was the first. And
Yeah.
Flash is like, "Dude, what?"
Yeah, and like he didn't believe that Batman existed.
He's a
like
legend.
he's a legend. Just like in Justice League with Cyborg said, I didn't think you were real. And someone then Batman said, yeah, I'm real when it needs to be something that. It's just like, damn.
Actually, I do need to watch Justice League. I'll probably try to swing. I'll probably try to do it tomorrow or something, or this
Yeah,
week.
and once again, if you watch Justice League, you break it up in parts. It's easier because it's a 4-hour movie, and then I stand by. First half of the movie is weaker than the second half.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it just goes by faster.
Right.
And there's stuff that I would have gotten rid of and stuff, but that's all another debate or discussion.
Yeah, we will eventually talk about that.
Yeah, we will.
Anyway, so I guess I gotta try to set this up before the crisis and after the Destiny thing, which was good. Um, the Legends of Tomorrow are dealing with their own thing because they're like total dumbasses, but they are able to somehow always win the day on their show, and it's like surprisingly popular because I think it's just a bunch of goofballs, assholes, traveling through time trying to protect the Prime Trajectory.
CW.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the Guardians of CW.
Yeah, they are. They are like the Guardians. They are the Guardians. They are the Guardians for CW.
The white side, the sidekicks, the random goofy villains, or even marketing plushies.
Like, yeah. Oh, Bilbo. Fuck, man. Yeah, Bilbo.
Yeah, that bear. That just like, okay.
Bilbo apparently played a factor in like season 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah. He came back.
And then he's actually making a surprise appearance in the last episode of Crisis.
Yeah, he's like, I'm back. Marketing.
And he was a giant, and no one knew what to do with themselves because that's a Legends episode if fucking goofy shit happened, and Flash, Supergirl, and Batwoman are like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah,
this never happens on our show. We're serious.
Yeah. No, you go for serious stuff like Supergirl, Batwoman, Flash,
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I think the more popular characters besides not for Legends is White Canary, who was once part of Arrow, because I believe she was Black Canary's sister or something, and she used to date Oliver in like the earlier seasons before she died, and then they resurrected her all with Constantine's help to purge whatever demons that had possessed her. And this is when Arrow was going all mystical and everything and supernatural and shit.
Yeah.
And then I guess the higher ups decided that she should have her own show, which was Legends, and she was like a secondary character before she got boosted to, and I'm using the word boosted, so take a shot if I say the word boost. That she became more prominent as the series went on after the British guy who was part of the Time Bureau or something left, like after season 3, and she became the captain, and it's become like her show more or less.
Yeah, more or less. No.
Even though another character. Oh, I'm sorry. You going, Mike?
Oh no. I mean, I had to find out who Batwoman's current love interest is Margaret Sawyer. For those comic book nerds.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Meg Sawyer, that was her name.
Oh, okay, that's nice. I honestly have not watched Batwoman ever since I found out about I don't know. I'm just really just so pissed off at that show for pulling off like.
It's more comics lover. The movie, the series goes in different directions.
Okay, so Maggie Sawyer's there now, and she
Well,
is
not yet in the comics.
oh in the comics. Okay, Maggie Sawyer. Okay, Maggie
Yeah, in the comics.
in the comics. Roger that.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I think Heatwave became very popular after Snart left the ice. Doc Mister what's his name? The Mister Freeze wannabe.
Captain Cold.
Captain Cold.
Yeah.
He was popular for his looks, but then he went away because I guess his he was on that show. He was on that show on Fox, I believe.
Yeah, the breakout.
Breakout, and that was popular, and they needed him back, and I guess he was just tired afterwards. But he has made appearances on Legends and on Flash at one point, so his
Yeah.
memory is still good, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, Captain Cold's a Flash villain.
He is, but he became more of an anti-villain hero at the end, so that's surprising. Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, just like Killer Frost, kind of like an anti-hero in the show. Kind of.
The freaking Frost is interesting because I liked that character. I liked her because after season 1 we see a brief hint of Caitlin turning into Killer Frost by the time by the timeline by the Speed Force flash forward or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited. Like, oh my god, she gonna become Killer Frost. She doesn't become Killer Frost, but there was like a potential she does gain ice powers eventually. And I think it's explained later in the series that why she had those powers even as a kid or something, but due to reasons she forgot.
No, like split from Caitlyn. So
Really? That's the current thing now?
Yeah, that's what I read.
Oh.
Yeah. Where like Caitlyn's like separate from Killer Frost now at one point.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of Caitlyn, well, for the show at Flash, is that she has to. I would believe that she had to come to terms that this is a part of her. She can't just split herself from herself. But whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna play dissociative personality,
yeah,
I don't know. That's just
yeah, it's just weird. They just split. Like, okay.
I guess. But then again, she has to wear like wigs and in the color contacts, which she says is like gross or something for her.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
It's like a Mystique thing from X-Men New Class or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But if that's what's currently going on with Caitlyn, that's fine, I guess. I mean, because interestingly enough, she also was engaged or was about to be married to the original Firestorm. And he died in season 2, and it broke her heart. And then this actually also cascaded into the Legend series, where a new Firestorm was supposed to be coming. A new Firestorm was made by another character who was part of the comics, who's black, and the old white man who I forget, but he was on there for a couple of years too, and they both left eventually.
Yeah.
But anyway. And what else am I supposed to say? Black Lightning, I don't really keep up with, but I know that there's a strong fan base because I believe our current followers. There are some followers who do follow Black Lightning.
Yeah. Digirama and John, I believe.
Yeah, they follow that religiously. So like, okay.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. And also, for anyone who's curious, I gave up on the Flash pretty much after season 3 or 4 because after the blue Flash shit it was not shocking, and it was like totally underwhelming. It's like, no, really? Future Barry is the blue Flash? Oh, who would have thought? I mean, we've been calling it as we've been saying that since the beginning of season 3.
Yeah, well, I forgot there's a blue Flash.
I know, right? Because of the dumb nonsense and what was her name? What's his lightning rod's name? His wife now.
Oh, oh dear me.
I'm sorry, I forget to what's her name again?
Yeah, and I know.
Iris.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Yeah, same. Iris was gonna die by the end of the season or something if they didn't change fate or whatever, and they do because they got a different wills to sacrifice himself for her and use some kind
Yeah.
of face switcher or something like that. Like, oh, for God's sakes, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
After
Yeah.
that, I just couldn't take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then he had to close the time. He had to close the Speed Force or whatever. And then he comes back as a kind of like a small reboot to his own series in season 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, they eventually brought forth an alternate future daughter of his. Who I didn't watch that season because I thought it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like my mom raised me in the future, but she doesn't want to talk about dad, and she's kind of tough on me. And it's like, oh, for God's sakes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna pull that shit. You're gonna pull that nonsense. Okay, whatever. And I don't mean to critique and everything. I really don't. This is just my opinion on what I saw about the Flash and how it was going. And it's like I don't really care for her, the future alternate daughter or whatever, trying to change the future, and that she got tricked by Reverse Flash, I believe, in the future.
Yeah.
And Reverse Flash found it just tricked her, and I'm amazed that Iris in the future didn't tell her, look, okay, your dad, my husband, had a lot of enemies. There was some people you do not talk to, young lady, and I'm surprised you didn't have that talk. So I was kind of a failure on future Iris's part.
Mm-hmm.
And the past Iris had some trouble with her future daughter. And I believe I think there was a hint that the daughter could have been like bisexual or just full on gay, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because there was a thing she said, and then Iris just said, just be careful with her baby girl or something. Like, as a way, like, saying she might know something, like, you don't let her break your heart, girl. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or something like, okay. But but honestly, the CW superhero verse the CW is more for the tweeny teens and early 20 people gang, the 20 somethings who are into nerd shit and everything. That's for
Yeah.
them. I mean, that's where fucking Riverdale comes in.
True, man. It's like they like to put in like the drama or the what's gonna happen next or like the love triangles.
Love triangles and daily nonsense of being a kind of a adult, but not really, because they got the parents behind them or some other responsible person that's like close to them in age or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or just a random girl who was resurrected by Constantine, who had a good show back in the day, a couple years back, in the early 2010s, and that got canceled after a fucking season. NBC, because you placed that shit on a fucking Friday, and if anyone knows TV, if it's on a Friday, depending, that's the dead spot.
Yeah, it's dead. It did succeed, It was decent. And yeah. And Constantine's a great character, dude.
He's a great character because he's from Image Comics, and he's also linked to the DC universe and as a whole.
Yeah, now he's in DC, but he was
now, but yeah,
like in other comics like Vertigo, I believe, and an Image.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
Yeah, and Vertigo first, then.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Image Comics, Vertigo. I'm sorry, yeah,
Vertigo. Yeah, Vertigo first, which is owned by DC, but they're separate red line lines. Like Vertigo's dealing with more adult stuff, horror, and things. But then eventually they just merged it together and brought Constantine into the DC universe, like with Batman, Superman, all those heroes.
But he doesn't like to acquaint himself with them sometimes, even if they say they ask for his help on occasion, like through a panel or whatever. Like, I got this from Constantine or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I actually kind of like even though like there are fans of Constantine that really wish that he was back to being separate from the DC universe because that's like all stars and stripes. I kind of like that he's in it because, of course, if you don't know, I'm a big Zatanna fan. I read that Paul Dini series a couple years back, and it is one of my favorite comics.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all about freaking Zatanna, and it was good.
Yeah, Paul Dini is really good, and of course he married his real life Zatanna.
That he did.
Yeah, his wife, who's a magician, by the way, and part of like his idea for Zatanna or his run Zatanna.
Yes.
So,
Zatanna is a popular, is like, if you don't know, she's a popular DC character that is more part of the magical side of the DC universe, and she is she knows Batman, so that's that connection.
yeah.
And she's like up there with with Doctor Fate, and any other mystical person she's aware of, and everything. It's all connected in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also been involved in a relationship with John Constantine, but it's like complicated sometimes due to she knows that eventually she knows that he's kind of a shyster and a trickster and everything. And if you and it's like it's a fascinating relationship altogether. Whether I see them as endgame or not, that's just an opinion of mine. I think they are, like, in a weird way. They are somehow just, and they might be endgame, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, but I forgot that Constantine is bisexual as well, so he goes either way. He don't care.
Yeah.
If you breathe, he might find you attractive or not. Who knows?
Yeah, it's like I'm not one of those anime movies where he's in a relationship.
Oh my God, Killer Shark!
Yeah, King Shark.
You did Killer Croc? Oh my God, don't, my ex is over there. Who? Hi, John. What?
Yeah.
You horn dog, John? What the fuck?
I like her always like reaction like
Oh my God. It was so like, okay. Oh wow. I did not see that coming, John. Okay.
yeah. Hmm. And just about Zatanna, just really quick, she was co-created by Gardner Fox, who is best known for also co-creating Flash, Hawkman, and Dr. Fate, Individual Sandman.
Nice.
Yeah. I think he was the actual sole creator of Zatanna.
Ah, okay. Okay, but this is all about Crisis, and I'm just trying to build it up before we talk about it. Yeah, so a lot of characters. So, if you are new to this, the CW Arrowverse has been going on for like years now. It's pretty popular, even though it might be losing steam. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the TV charts anymore.
Yeah.
But currently, Supergirl is on its final season, sadly, but it's been 6 years. It wasn't canceled, but I think they just wanted to end the story after 6 years. And also that she, the one that plays Supergirl, she is also a parent now, so she wants to probably be there for her child after the show.
Yeah. So she probably needs like a break, and maybe like she'll be back in like Superman show, like loves Superman.
I actually hope she makes an appearance in that show eventually.
Yeah.
As a special guest star, and she just helps them out, and just sees her precious little cousins / nephews, because effectively those are her cousins. Like they're her first cousins once removed. But honestly, if they just they're like teenagers now, surly teenagers, so they might not even call her cousin Kara like John did in the book when he was a kid. But I wouldn't mind if they just called her Aunt Kara, because she could be more like an aunt to them than a actual cousin, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Superman and Supergirl are cousins. We know they're cousins, but they kind of have more of a sibling-esque relationship, I feel.
Yeah.
In a way. They have like that sibling relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's true.
Yeah, but that's my take, because I'm a big Superman fan or whatever. I don't know much. I know general information, but I do like Superman due to BVS, and that was an interesting thing.
That's BVS. That was the moment that changed everything. That complete 180.
Yes. Back when it came out, we saw it on opening weekend, and it was like on a Saturday, and I was just saying like stuff like, yeah, Batman can kick Superman's ass and everything, and then during the movie, I know it's horrendously played. I know no one really likes that film, because it was like, you gotta watch it in ultimate form. So you gotta watch the ultimate edition actually to get the full story of it.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Ultimate Edition does like explain like some of. Well, I mean, overall, it's not a bad
It's not a
movie.
bad film with that extra content that you need.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad theatrical either. It's just it missed its points. I think
Yeah.
like the whole versus angle. I don't something done like that, but this is me.
Mm.
And yeah.
Yeah. Afterwards, though, I during the course of the movie, I started feeling more for Superman and what I think I got more of the point what Snyder was trying to say about this Superman, even though he fucks Lois in the tub because that's so edgelord because it's Zack Snyder and shit. Like, oh god, dude.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'm understanding that he probably says these things just for like the hype and just to say it, and he probably doesn't really mean it, or he's just trying to rile up the fanboys or something. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, Snyder has this view, and he wanted to kind of like do something different with Superman, which I understand just wasn't executed.
It really wasn't the best executed.
Yeah, like he's got great ideas. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes his ideas are good, and sometimes his ideas are like
Yeah.
awkward.
Yes, it
And
is.
the whole like his original plan from like those Justice League trilogy and is like Bruce getting with Lois was weird.
Technically, that also was potentially in the animated series when we were kids.
Yeah. For a short period, Bruce and Lois in the animated universe did hook up, but then of course that dropped.
When she found out he was Batman, and she was
It's
pissed.
like, oh no, I can't deal with it. Night and day. What and the boys got together rooting vigilante. No.
Yeah, I don't want this. But Lois keeps his secret identity though, so that's a good thing. She ain't gonna tell anyone. Like, oh, for God's sakes, fine. But anyway, um, yeah. Oh fuck! I forgot because wait. Oh, and so I was feeling more for Superman, and then after the movie and its surprising ending, how the fucking thing ended, and we were walking back, I said, I think I kind of was like, not sobbing, but like exaggerating, crying, like, oh my god, I felt for Superman. He just needed a friend. If someone would just listen, and god damn it, Batman, you fucker, why didn't you listen to him? Even though that whole nonsense was save Martha. Why'd you say that name?
And that old butt this is like now become the biggest meme, and even they poked fun of it and like Godzilla meme, but instead of Martha, say Mothra.
I can.
Like,
oh god, I can see it too. Fuck.
yeah, and it's not the new one. It's like the old '60s one where they use it as the making because the old '60s one is kind of like very goofy. This when you try to see get contact feed a tree in Godzilla, that gif is just magically bad.
Ah,
But it's so funny, you just can't take it seriously.
pretty much.
I barely remember that movie except for that gif, and that's about it.
Nice.
I haven't seen it in years.
I've honestly never watched a Godzilla film, which I should probably change eventually.
True. They're corny,
Very corny.
but yeah, I mean the original one was kind of like based on, reaction to the album. So there was some commentary to that, but afterwards they became popular, so they just used it. And the whole fear of the talking drum. But of course, we did it too, like dance giants or killer spiders or that stuff.
Those campy 50s, 60s films.
Yeah, yeah, those B-rated films that you just like, just sit there and eat popcorn and just don't think about it.
Aside rant, some B-rated movies are fucking great or funny or just like so ironically bad. Like, what the fuck did I just like? What the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, exactly. They're not supposed to be serious.
Yeah, not serious at all.
Yeah, and sometimes they poke fun of themselves. But yeah.
I'm telling you, man, there was this one film I watched like 2 years ago or three, and I told my mom about it, and I don't think she believes me that I watched this fucking 50s film called Attack of the Gator People.
Yeah.
That shit was so fucking wild. Like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
This poor lady just crying, and she gets a memory lapse and everything due to what happened to her fiance who got turned into a gator man and shit, and he's in the swamp? What?
Yeah.
And it ends in a fucking cliffhanger. Like, okay, so we have this shit recorded, but the thing is, she has blocked this memory. But I'm afraid to tell her, and they don't want to tell, and it's left open ended if they tell her or not.
Yeah.
Because the shock of it all could just devastate her, and she blocked it. Whatever, like, what? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway, that's B films. And I was just like, then I decided I'm a Superman fan from then on, and I believe it worked out for the best, because in this whole friendship dynamic we have, one of us should be a Superman fan while the other is a hardcore Batman fan and shit.
Yeah, it works.
It really works.
I mean, I do like Superman too, don't get me wrong, but I've always been more Batman fan, but I did love Superman animated series. Really well done.
That series is good, but not the fucking game. Sadly, the game is like very notorious.
Yeah, Superman 64. Yeah, they never made a good Superman game.
There have been good Batman games, never a Superman.
Yeah, yeah. More recently, yeah, Batman games. Even Batman's annoying once, but Superman's never had like a legit definitive game like Spider-Man or Batman is.
Yeah, that's sad. Very sad. Even the X-Men have some okay games, and maybe one Fantastic Four game too.
True, man. I guess the Avengers game might be good. I know.
The Avengers game sucks ass, I think, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I wasted $59 on that game, and I'm done. Like, fuck, I'm done with this.
Yep.
So, I mean, again, if they would have just had that damn game out during the all new, all different era, then I can see it being more popular and shit. But now, with the current status quo that I know of, no. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that's what's weird now.
They made the Inhumans a thing, and I have such a fucking issue with the fucking Inhumans.
Yeah. Especially sounds like they bring it back on. I know
they will eventually bring back the Inhumans eventually, because they have to do it right under Feige's watch.
Yeah, like Feige will redo it because that show was not good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry for all these little small holes I'm going in, but CW-verse, let's get back into it. I do apologize. But anyway, what I'm saying is it works out. I became a Superman fan, and that's good. And then if you add Chris into the factor, I don't know where he stands. I guess we're our own fucking goofy trinity in a way.
True, I think Chris is a fan of Superman. I think.
Yeah.
I'm probably sure he's a fan of just and just.
He's a general fan, but he's a biggest fan of Gaiva and Spider-Man.
Which, to be fair, I'm a big fan of Spider-Man too. That was like legit like one of my favorites of Marvel before, like the movies. That X-Men, of course.
The Spider-Man is one of the most popular characters in the world because he does have saying power.
Oh, yeah.
And it goes Spider-Man, then Batman, then maybe Superman or whatever.
Yeah. In terms of popularity, obviously worldwide, it's Spider-Man or DC, obviously Batman being number one now. Used to be
Yes,
Superman.
even though there are peaks and valleys. Oh, sorry, go on. We're not doing this on video, so I don't know what he's saying. I have to hear what he says.
It's all right. Yeah, peaks every once in a while, but he's Superman back in the old days.
Yes.
Age, the 80s, it really wasn't the think the 80s it started switching over to Batman a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but I know like today, Batman is the most popular hero in DC.
Yes, he is, because again, there's like peaks and valleys when it comes to whatever's top in DC due to the current zeitgeist of films that people are digesting currently, more or
Mm-hmm.
less, and that also plays a factor into it. Um, like in like 2 or 3 years ago, Wonder Woman was big, and they tried to, and she became somewhat more bigger at the time than
Yeah,
Superman. So there's
yeah,
always like one of those three. Well, Batman's always the top. Then it's like that. It goes between Superman or Wonder Woman, taking second or third place, or even fourth,
yes,
depending.
yeah, because he appears in most comics.
He
And
does. He does sell comics, as even though there are some fans and reviewers, critics, or whatever that say like, I mean, they're just making. They should just make it a Batman comic book, please. And it's like, dude, calm down. It ain't that serious.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
just popular. Let's not be thinking that he should be Batman all the time. You pick and choose whatever comics you want to review and critique. Get over yourselves. Fuck
that's
off.
true. Like,
So,
you don't have to read every Batman issue.
I know, like, just because it's popular and everything, you have to review it for whatever sakes. It's like, what if you're going to critique the damn thing or whatever? What you should. But seriously, if you're going to critique the damn thing and make random side jokes and everything, don't read the damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't have to know the story. Batman will still be around.
Exactly. You can
You
just
can go anywhere.
yes, exactly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I came to a conclusion today that I've outgrown some reviewers slash critics, and I still like them. They're good. They're cool. I
Mhm.
just maybe just realized I've outgrown you guys, and that you guys are far too cynical for my taste for certain things and everything in your views. So you know what? I'm gonna cut this off, and I still like you guys. I still respect you, but seriously.
Yeah, it's like when you work, when stuff you love become work, it's just like, yeah, you start to become cynical, I guess. When it's not your job, then you can enjoy it, I think.
And then it's like when it becomes like all you consume, it's like I'm not sure if that's a problem or not. Like,
Yeah, like, yeah, like sometimes you take a break, or like there's certain like run or storyline ends, and it's like, yeah, take a break from it.
but I'm coming as a general person, and it just what I'm getting at. I've kind of outgrew them, but I still think they're cool, and I give them all the best respect in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily really agree with what they've said, like particularly, and also downplaying the fucking Fantastic Four after what they said and everything. So you know what? That kind of
Mm-hmm.
added to the factor too. Fuck you,
That's
fucking
true.
bastards.
Like, hopefully, when they start, you know, planning Fantastic Four.
Oh, you bet your ass they're gonna be saying something, and I am fucking curious what their asses are gonna say.
Yeah,
I will witness this for myself, and I will pass judgment on their asses.
yeah, because like I said, I'm curious to see what Kevin Feige Marvel's gonna do with Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but again, that's like for like they are just they haven't even started a fucking script, so that's gonna be a thing later. Like I ain't really concerned, even when I keep hearing like the occasional appearance of like a Fantastic Four trending and shit.
Yeah, people just get excited. Ooh.
I'm excited too, but I want to but I don't want you. But I really hope you guys aren't letting getting your hopes up because you'll be upset no matter what.
True.
Right, whoever is eventually cast as the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like people's expectations are like Marvel's saying there's back one of it.
Oh my God, it's Mephisto! It's Mephisto!
It's Mephisto or it's Reed Richards or it's gonna be
Richards!
it's gonna be like okay or or this person's gonna be guest star. No, it's a Paul Bettany making a sort of like
Sly joke behind the scene, like a behind the hand kind of thing. Wave your hand, you don't see what's going on.
like a backhand way of saying I was unplayed to myself.
Mm-hmm. White Vision. Spoiler alert for WandaVision.
Yeah, White Vision, which I'm assuming he'll be back in maybe Doctor Strange or Future.
Well, Yeah, he will eventually come back boring, and we'll see how this affects Wanda if she gets her kids back in the Doctor Strange film coming out next year.
Yeah, because we don't know yet because due to COVID, it's been delayed the last year,
Yes.
sadly. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yes, it is. Don't worry, we're getting there for the CW Crisis and Infinite Earths talk. Don't worry. I know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. We're just talking. This is good. It's good talking.
it is.
Um, yeah. But yeah, Batman's the most popular, and yeah, critiques and shit. But yeah, peaks and valleys with all the DC characters who are top of the month or whatever. But Batman is the top for DC. Spider
Mm-hmm.
Man is popular worldwide, of
Yes.
course. And however, currently in comics, depending on what you read and choose, the X-Men are going through a big renaissance currently.
Yes.
And it's like the 90s reforged but better.
Yeah.
Like, this is the most concrete the X-Men have ever been, I guess, currently in
Uh,
comics, because mutants can't die. They're much more stronger than ever due to their resurrection protocols and shit.
yeah.
But I'll probably talk about that one sometime in the future.
Yeah. All I know is they're getting their respect after the dead those dreadful years where they were like,
The lost decade. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
lost decade. We're just like, what the hell's
What the
going
fuck is
on?
going on with them? Does it matter what we're reading? No, it doesn't really matter.
No.
Marvel downplayed the X-Men so severely.
Yeah, but now I'm like bringing them back because now they've got the rights back.
The most controversial way possible due to the deal that happened under a certain president's watch and everything, and so
Yeah,
it's
and
kind
it's
of
like,
bittersweet.
it's bittersweet. But
Very bittersweet. Like, god damn it.
it happened. Like, and some people are like upset about the whole Fox merger deal, but whatever.
They the thing I the Fox the Fox Disney deal, it is bad. It was bad overall because yes, a lot of people lost their jobs, unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly. Yeah.
The thing is, though, after Thanos, they were going to have to do something because they didn't have any of their other players on the chessboard, as it were.
A good point because they couldn't have Galactus. They
Galactus was under Fox.
yeah,
There's so many the shit. Yeah, the '90s was good for us as kids, but
yeah,
due to investment deals in the past and everything
yeah,
for toys and shit in the '90s, Marvel went bankrupt, and the only way to keep afloat was to unfortunately sell off certain property.
yeah. Like Sony got like Spider-Man, Fox got X-Men, Fantastic Four, and there's just
Orlando
no.
Studios or whatever got
Yeah.
they got like the Hulk and I think Doctor Namor, maybe Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, Namor and the thing, but they never done it.
Yeah. That's. I think Namor will eventually appear.
Yeah. I think he will. I think rumors of once again rumors. He might have been like villain for Black Panther 2, but honestly, I may change it a bit due to what happened.
Chadwick Boseman, and rest in
Yeah,
peace, King. Yes.
yeah, unfortunately, that's my tweak that a different story, but yeah. And
God
stuff.
damn, I'll be happy talking about those Oscars on Sunday because there ain't gonna be anything to talk about except just kind of like put my own thoughts to the mic and
Yeah,
shit.
that was like that whole situation's just bad.
It's bad, but at the same time, I'm not. I really can't be mad or upset because come on, this shit was fucking boring. Do we care? I don't.
No, I mean it was like the worst Oscar. Like throughout the more like the end, more like recipe sections, like uh,
It was
spit
like
it
a
out.
flash in the pan, right?
It's like just spit through it. You know, it's supposed to be like slow and
We're
more interesting.
supposed to like moan. We're moaning, right? What the fuck?
Yeah. Why does this feel like a beat of pop song, not a slow, like melancholic song? It's beat blitzing
Oh my.
and yeah, multiple names.
Wow, that's sad. I didn't even watch the Oscars much this year.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it. I just saw like the video on enough. I was like, this is it.
I know, but the only biggest thing was Glenn Close knows her shit. She knows about the butt, and yes, Glenn, we love you. Yes, get down on it. Yes,
Yeah.
she was doing the butt and everything. You go, Glenn Close. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it was awesome, man. It was fucking awesome.
It was. It, and, you know, and of course, the director of Eternals won the Oscar for a movie.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes, Chloe Zhao, I think.
yes. That's her name. Actually,
So,
I didn't really pay attention to who won this year, except for I know I got a couple. I know I saw Soul won something. I'm happy that Soul won.
yeah. Yes, she won from Best Picture, which is No Man Land.
No Man's Land is boring. I don't. Why didn't Minari win?
Yeah, Minari Sound did win, but the actress, the older female from Minari did win Best Supporting Actress for that role. And
Oh, Frances. Oh yeah, Frances McDormand. Oh, fuck, she won. Okay.
yeah, she won Best Actor, or Best Actress.
Yeah, I'm
And the
seeing it.
actress won Best Actor for the father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
actress in supporting role was Yoo Jung Yeon.
yes,
Minari. That's good. At least they got something.
yeah, yeah. She got something, and it's good. See some people get representation.
The thing
Yeah.
is, apparently I just found out Glenn Close has never won an Oscar. She has been snubbed for all her career, and I'm thinking, damn, I did not know. If I would have known, maybe Olivia Colman didn't need to win the Oscar last year.
True.
I like Olivia Colman because I did watch The Favorite and I thought that was good, and she was in seasons 3 and 4 of the Crown,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked her performance. I like Olivia Colman. Love or like I enjoy her. I enjoy Olivia Colman. She's cool.
Yeah, this sadly surprised among good actresses never won an Oscar.
Yeah.
And then there's some that will surprise you. Not like Joe Pesci. Like I love his Oscar speech because it was so short. And Joe Pesci like a number of years ago when won it.
You know.
And Goodfellas.
Right. Actually, you know what? I just saw that Stephen Yeun was also in Minari.
Yes.
It would have been
He
an
was
upset. It would probably have been more better if he won too.
yeah, oh, I was surprised I thought it was gonna be either Chadwick Boseman, but Andy Hopkins does serve because Father is a really good role he plays.
Mm.
And he was like surprised. He didn't think he was gonna win. He more or less pieced out the war.
I think I heard something that the Oscars didn't want him to zoom his speech or
Yeah,
something.
they didn't want him to Zoom because he was in Wales at the time. Still is, and I don't think this pandemic music got dropped in the United States. Save Britney.
But yeah, so much extra shit we'll probably talk about this shit on Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll have some news on that.
Yes, well, to Chris's chagrin because he hates the Oscars. It's super pretentious for his ass.
Yeah, he's like F the Oscars.
Fuck
like,
this.
Yeah, I can understand a lot of people like big watchers Oscars. So last few years, not so much. Well,
Yeah.
this year not so much. Last year I did watch it, and I enjoyed last year. It's much better.
Last year was better.
Yeah, like when Parasite won, it's like
Oh yeah, I still need to watch that film.
the first foreign film ever to win an Oscar.
Yes, it took like
For
what 30,
best
40
picture.
years.
Yeah, like in 90-some years.
Oh fuck! Wow.
I think so. The Oscars, I believe, is 93 years old now.
This was the 93rd. I think it was the 93rd
Yeah.
awards.
Yeah. Yeah, this 93rd Ward. Yeah, it started in 1930,
Something
29.
like that. And Michael, we will be living to well, God, heaven help us. I guess that we will be around for like the 100-year awards of the Oscars. We will be here to witness that 100 year. So I expect the 100th Oscars to be. They got to go all out.
Mm-hmm.
They better go all out. They better get like a lot of past people who got Oscars to celebrate this prestigious award show ceremony show, even though that the ratings are low. Of course it's low. We're in a fucking pandemic. There was so much articles of it. I am like, fuck off that we are in a fucking pandemic. What the fuck did you expect?
Yeah.
We're all dreary. Some of us are miserable.
Mm-mm.
God damn it, do you expect us to really celebrate Oscar movies that we barely saw in the movie
Mm-hmm.
theaters?
Yeah.
Again, my last film was with you. It was with Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey is like last we saw this. It's like wow. And like
And
I
that
didn't
wasn't even nominated. What the fuck?
yeah, and the song and it's not many either.
Oh man, Sonic
Like,
2, fuck.
like damn, like remember we just joked like the only movies that were gonna be Oscars was Sonic, Bad Boys 3 and Birds of Prey.
Oh, yep, that was it. That was it before the world shut down.
Yeah, that was our joke of it. It's like
Okay. I think that's enough random talking. And I should continue with the CW talk of crises. Um, but pretty much. Crisis was a big thing because it was going to finally bridge Supergirl's reality and Black Lightning's to an extent to the main Arrowverse. Because originally it was really supposed to be in that universe.
mm-hmm.
And this was the only way to do it. Because there was no other possible way. Because if you don't know your comic history in the DC universe, the first crisis in the comics happened in the 80s due to the fact that there was too much continuity and random problems with characters in Golden and Silver Age, and a little bit of the Golden and Silver Age were getting mixed up, and we didn't know no one knew what to do with it.
Yeah, they're like stale. They wanted to shake things up a bit.
Yes. So in order to put everything right as best it can with a new clean slate, Crisis happened. It killed off Supergirl, Flash, and some other characters, and then in the new universe that we grew up on more or less or knew about was the current Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman with clean slate histories and power sets, because Golden Age was crazy. Silver Age, you were on fucking drugs, as I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's some remnant of the whole Batman did kill early in his career in the current comics, I believe, maybe that he killed. So they probably kept that, because if you're like very point blank, if you're very into it, some writers will key you in that yeah, he did kill.
Yeah. And,
Sadly.
yeah, believe me, and them beating up criminals. Some of them are probably like, oh my god, I wish I was dead. The pain they probably felt after they woke up. Yeah. Yeah.
Superman and Random Adventures or whatever, when he got big and turned into a baby, and oh my god, some controversial shit where he was black or Lois was black or some shit like that. Like, oh fuck, here we go. Anyway, yeah, so that the crisis happened in the comics. It kind of gave us what we know about today, even though the multiverse wasn't a thing. It was still kind of a thing later, where they were trying to bring it back eventually with the next event in like the 2000s. And etc. etc. And the big running joke is with DC. Oh, when they're gonna have a fucking crisis to start everything over, because it seems DC.
Like they have crisis.
They always they crash eventually.
Yeah, and they crash. They do a crisis. It's a world-ending, universe-shattering thing. Reboot, new continuity, and boom, and they reset the heroes' ages. Like Batman forever was like early to mid 30s. Same with Superman. It's like, okay.
Wonder Woman was more eternally youthful though,
Yeah.
more bloodthirsty compared to like she was in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's continuity was fucked up in the New 52, or at least bridged, even though it brought some good shit, like Batgirl walking again and it's explained, but that had some controversy, sadly, like with anything.
Mm-hmm.
But now, currently, in the Nightwing book, she is now Oracle, or in the Batman book, she's Oracle, because I believe I heard or read, or actually heard, that she can still work and everything, but she feels like she can do more work as Oracle because she doesn't want to push the chip that's embedded in her back to the extent that she needs. So she
Yeah.
will pick and choose when to be Batgirl if she needs to be.
Yeah. She picks them just as well. Like Stephanie and such getting her sort of back now, more or
Mm-hmm.
less, universe.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, which is a good thing because I do like Sandra Kane and
Is she Batgirl?
yeah,
Oh,
or
good, good,
Black
good.
Band. I
Oh,
think
good,
she's
good.
back. It depends on which like book I think
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes she'll only go like Black Bat or Batgirl.
Okay, that's fine, man. As long as someone's got some mantle of a girl or whatever, that's good.
Yeah,
Cassandra Cain is a. I mean, even though I only know the information offhandedly, I can say that she is a good Batgirl, especially.
yeah, she's like one of my favorite ones because like her upbringing different and like so she's in this thing like parallel and stuff, and she's like very good.
She
Mm,
is, being the daughter of the greatest martial artist in the world,
yes,
Shiva, Lady
it's the
Shiva.
greatest fighter with a peak of like Lady Shiva can give Batman a run for some money.
Yes, this is true.
Money.
If you're curious about that talk, I suggest you go listen to CGM Extra on Mike's page. He was able to shockingly upload an old video of us talking about the Arkham games, and I believe we do go into some Batman lore.
Yeah. We do go into some Batman lore because once again, the Arkham games are about Batman. They're very good games. I think they're some of the best. Like just like the Spider-Man game, like some of the best superhero gaming. It's really good.
Yeah, yeah, you'll hear my opinions on it, even though it's like almost like a
Mm-hmm.
year and a half old. You'll hear my opinions on the matter of the Arkham
Yeah,
games. So
yeah,
go to Mike, go to MM Morse 1017's page on YouTube.
yeah. Yep. You'll get there, and hopefully one day Chris gets to play.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the
At
thing
least
is,
our style.
yeah. Oh man, I think it would be more of an opportune time when traveling or whatever, and we somehow wind up meeting each other in real life. He said that one of us just brings our system over, well, my system over, and he says, "Dude, we're gonna play this shit. Let's go."
Yeah. I'll play it
Yes,
on the PS4 or 5
yes.
or whatever versions.
Oh,
Um,
Gotham Knight. Oh fuck, we gotta play that.
yeah, that'll
That's
be
gonna
on.
be out by then.
Yeah, it'll be on next year,
Yeah,
2020.
yeah.
Yeah.
They delayed it a
Also,
year. Yeah.
yeah, the lady here. Also, Suicide Squad game probably gonna be out next year.
Yes. Yeah. I think this year is not going to be the more look. We got to work on this shit. We are not going to be ready. So let's do
Yeah,
this.
they probably learned from the last, DC game, which was Arkham Origins, which spoilers up got I think released too late in the PS3 Xbox life cycle,
Mm-hmm.
and they pushed the gaming system a little bit too far. It should have probably been more like released on the Xbox One or PS4. That's my opinion
Mm.
because it did go through some bugs when it first launched, game crashing bugs at first. It's
Yes.
better now, obviously. Like,
Everything's fixed.
yeah, everything's fixed. More or less, like, I definitely issues for a couple of glitches, like, falling through the level, which amuses me, because I was fighting Bane, and you punch me straight through the void.
Oh man, dude. to pause, I feel like we do need to, I think eventually we will watch all the Batman films.
Yeah.
And I just want to get to Batman. I want to get us. I want to get to Batman and Robin just to hear Poison Ivy just interact with fucking Bane.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, Bane, Megador.
Yeah.
Bane.
Yeah. Sadly not the comic book
It's not. It's so fun. Batman and Robin is stupid fun. Don't take it seriously. Don't listen to any of the critics. It's fucking stupid fun.
It's stupid fun. Those ice puns, Poison Ivy.
Again, I was like, what, like a 13-year-old boy seeing this film and seeing Poison Ivy played by Uma Thurman. She was just hot because it was the red wig and shit. She was hot. My mind's got a crush on you, or something, or I'm a lover, not a fighter.
It's much Poison Ivy sticking. More or less.
This is before the Harley Quinn stuff, even though there was, I guess, in the comics, there was a potential for it, like later and shit.
It does it for like Runa, like Harley, and are we more or less anti-heroes now?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, they are, because you're right. They are
Yeah.
currently the anti-heroes or whatever.
Yeah, and of course they brought some new characters.
In the current Batman one, right?
Yeah. The Punchline and the other, I forget her name, but the Ivy replacement thing for Harley.
Yes.
It's just a thing now.
I think it's due to James Tynion. I think he's bisexual.
Yeah.
I think he's started to make some characters that he could probably relate to more, maybe.
Yeah, true. And I guess, people want to look up Harley early, and I don't blame them.
We're drinking the Kool-Aid. I mean, due to Suicide Squad, she became very popular, and I see it. I get it.
Yeah, and she's got hot, so yeah.
And the season 3 is eventually going to come out, so that's a big thing.
Yeah,
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
But anyway, I should finally get to the CW crisis. And why did it happen? I went through it because Supergirl and Black Lightning were different universes, even though it's all DC. And I guess the higher up said, we need to get everyone together. This is the only time we can probably do it, to get everyone here and change positions and give us a fresh start, because this will be Oliver's last big thing, and then we'll give him a story after Crisis and see an ending, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So they realize eventually, the universe as a whole is a multiverse. The multiverse was collapsing due to the machinations of what's that dude's name? The Anti-Monitor?
Yeah.
Anti-Monitor eventually came to fruition, and he decided to destroy the multiverse. And which multiverse, you ask? All of the DC property of our history that we know of as part of the multiverse in the big fashion. And they were destroyed.
Yeah.
We get fucking cameos from actors and from all these actors from history.
Yeah, like Ward, Robin from the 60s Batman show.
Yes.
90s gone.
Yes.
From Batman 89, the 90s is gone. Other people gone.
Teen Titans universe briefly was destroyed, but then I'm pretty much brought back into continuity.
Yeah, Teen Titans, they disappeared. Like damn.
For an instant, but they don't know that.
Yeah, for an instant.
And then we begin Crisis on Supergirl's Earth, because this begins everything, and it takes place on Elua, on that city of hers.
Yeah.
And we see Clark and Lois, who are now married and have given birth to little John Kent.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on the planet, and they're just happy being there, because I guess Superman in the Supergirl series decided that she can protect Earth while he has kind of a normal life with Lois on the new planet of where Supergirl's from, in that city, because the city found a place on another planet. It's a thing. Go watch it or look it up. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And fun fact, Erica Donance, she plays Allura, Kara Zor-El's mother.
Yes.
So she's still around, and she's watching her little grandnephew be born, and probably helping out with Lois and Clark and shit.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then unfortunately, a red flash emits and everything, and to do some, and they, and in a nice homage, they put little John in a jet, in a little jet, just to save him from the negative energy wave that's about to hit.
Yes. Like an homage to Clark, and now you've set to her from Krypton.
Yes, and they send him off, and then everything turns to red, and everything's vanished. Oh, is it? Because eventually it's revealed that the Monitor saved Superman and Lois just before the energy impact.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's revealed through like a lot of back and forth between the Arrow universe and Supergirl's universe. The multiverse is collapsing. Some characters knew about this happening and were trying to stop it. More in the Arrow show, I think.
Yeah.
And the Flash kind of got wind of it, and they said, "This is all hands on deck. We need to go." And I believe Batwoman got involved because she's the newcomer and this is her first big crossover. So we see Kate
Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah. Sometimes, and then once again, Ollie just like, wow, you're real.
I can
But
believe it.
sometimes it's like, holy shit.
What is with these bad people? You mean you were here all along? I watch over Gotham, dude. Calm down.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that Kate Kane just, she is just like totally like I respect you a little, but dude, don't fucking cross me. She's got that mean lesbian energy, kind of like, dude. I know your reputation, so get over yourself.
And she's not taking shit because
She don't take shit.
feeling of Gotham's crazy.
She did say that in the previous crossover. She did say that, like, dude, come on.
Yeah, I'm dealing with some crazy stuff. Bruce's villains are still around. Like Hush.
Oh yeah, Hush.
It's a big Bruce villain.
Yes. But it's eventually realized the multiverse is collapsing, and I think somehow the Monitor gathers all of them, and then they said we need to go to Supergirl's Earth because that's where it's going to hit next. So some heroes go over to Supergirl's Earth, and it's like panicking. Everyone's like, the world's ending. Brainy's trying to take care of something. The DEO is like scrambling. Supergirl's trying to do the best she can to keep the calm and peace, and then then the heroes come, and she's like happy to see Kate and the others because, and I'll say this, Kate and Kara have this good friendship, even though they met once. It seems to have transcended like realities. That's a good thing to see.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of Batgirl and Supergirl's relationship in comics as well as the Justice League animated series.
Yes.
Sort of like that, or more Superman animated series, right?
Yes, and it's ironic because both superheroes get along more better than Batman and Superman.
Yeah, because sometimes they just butt heads because they're males, they have their egos.
Yeah, it's a thing. We got this, dude.
One's stubborn, the other's like guess stubborn, but in different.
They're both stubborn in different ways.
Yeah, and one stubborn in a brooding way, the other's stubborn in a more like
wholesome way. Like we have to do things by the book and everything. I don't like to use necessary force. Clark, get over yourself. You need to do this.
Yeah. Always using their paradox. Or they have to go through crisis like that Public Enemies movie, which I think
that's a good. That's a good show. That's a good little animated movie to watch.
Yeah, that highlights the differences in what Batman brings up to the table. Because at the end of the day, Batman is more street level, can't hang out with the Titans. And
he can manage. He can manage a lot. He can manage a level crisis event if he had to.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want anyone else on your side but Batman and some other characters.
Yeah, definitely. Because Batman has that mindset to think through the.
He's a critical thinker and a genius.
Yes.
Anyway, so the world's ending, and forgive me. My little recap is it's going to be pretty much big hits, and then we're just going to move on from it.
Yeah.
So everyone's gathered, and Kara's surprised to learn that her city of Argo has been destroyed by the anti-wave, and she moans her mom and Clark and Lois until it's revealed that they were alive due to the Monitor saving them because he feels like he had to save them or something like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is now that, but what about John? Oh no, little John has been swept away in an energy vortex. He's in another reality or whatever, another time stream. So some heroes gotta split up and do something, right? I believe they got to find the paragons of virtue. You gotta find the paragons.
Yeah, the Paragon, the Virtues have to collect the alternate worlds. Time.
Yes.
Like one of the group ends up in alternate Superman world from Smallville.
Briefly, yeah, there was that.
Briefly.
And then they move on to the 1977 Superman movie.
Yeah, they do that which is also connected to it's like very popular Superman iteration, but it's the iteration where
Yes.
Joker obviously destroys Metropolis
Yes.
and kills everyone on that universe and stuff. It's like to Clark still having like hope, but like it's hope.
Yes. That is like gonna be like either the Batwoman or Flash show episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those episodes, but pretty much they all have to scramble. Lois and White Canary and someone else goes to try to find Baby John. Everyone else is scrambling to do what they have to do, and unfortunately, Supergirl's universe is wiped clean. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
not before they were able to get as much people on these little ships made by Lana Luthor, who still has a vendetta against Supergirl at the time because you lied to me, Kara. You didn't like, and she's pulling out Luthor like, oh no, I can't trust you anymore. You betrayed me, and it's like she didn't betray you.
And then her brother is also part of the thing, and the trolls at one point want to know
yeah.
Pulling a Lex Luthor.
Yeah, she pretty much is Lex Luthor Jr. in this season, and then there's a special episode to demonstrate that it would never have ended well, and that Kara cannot continue to blame herself for Lana's actions.
Yeah, you can't blame them because just like her brother, they have their flaws and egos, I guess.
Yes. But if you want more on how that relationship is kind of resolved and figuring out for the last season, go look it up. You'll probably like it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's a strong shipping for Supergirl and Lana now. It seems.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't care.
I'm sure fanfic writers have already written their lesson.
Oh yeah, they were on. You had them at the word go.
Yeah. Or the fable. Kara and KK.
Dude, okay, the way I see the Kate and Kara thing, that's more of a friendship. I'm all for the friendship thing. Like, it's a deep friendship for me, and I just love them. And Alex, and I hook up Alex and Kate, actually.
Yeah, Alex and Kate would make more sense for her. And Sophie Moore is in TV, and she was actually lover in the comics. Or, Kate hooked up with Renee, and then Maggie. In later iteration of this. So the Arrowverse version does have a little bit right for relationships.
Yes.
But maybe she'll move on. Sophie moves. Keep it Sophie for reasons.
Maybe. Currently, I believe Alex is hooked up with Olsen's sister.
Yeah.
It's a good, stable relationship, and I think that's what she needs.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like a lot of touch and go shit. There's like safe ships and everything, but they can only save so much with the ship. So, unfortunately, Supergirl had to decide that we have to leave everyone else behind, unfortunately, because the wave was already destroying half the world. And so we wind up back in the Arrow world, where I think it's going to take place in Flash's world next, or Batwoman. It's one of those two shows. I'm really mixing up the continuity, but shit happens on all 3 shows or 4 shows.
yeah, all shows, and then they end up like Kara and Kate end up going to Gotham, and then
Yeah,
Gotham,
which is a different Gotham, and it's so awesome to see.
yeah, a different Gotham because we get a big cameo from the voiceover world, the voice of Batman through childhood, Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy, and that was such a he's
Yeah.
finally Batman or Bruce Wayne in the
Finally,
real
nothing
world.
to
Yes.
explain. And we hear his voice first, and it's like, oh my
Oh
god.
my god, when he just said he just comes out down the stairs and shit, and he just says, and it's like, oh my god, yes, it's so
Yes.
good.
You hear him, and then you find out that he plays literally one of the darkest Bruce ever.
I know, it's how ironic, yes.
The irony, because like when I read that storyline, he said that he's played like the darkest Bruce Wayne. It's like, holy shit.
He killed off his rogue gallery. He got rid of Superman.
I killed Superman. Like Superman broke his body, but now he's like fucking this thing.
With a kind of exoskeleton.
Yeah, exoskeleton and kills off. Like he has like killer like Mr. Freeze's like gun. He's a Joker's cards. Like yeah, started
And
murder.
yeah, and apparently, his helper is a different version of Kate's of Lucius Fox's son, who's on
Yeah,
Batwoman, and he's like muscular, and she was just like surprised, like, Lou, like what?
yeah. Except
She was just stunned, like, oh my god, really? He's like this in this world? Wow, okay.
yeah, just like dun dun dun.
So apparently, in this world, the thing with version of Bruce Wayne is that he still cared. He knew that there was a. He sees Kate. He's surprised, and then they explain the situation, and he tells them about how his history is that Kate and her twin sister, who becomes Alice and Batwoman, actually didn't have all that drama that they have right now, more or
Yeah,
less, and that they had a good childhood, and he has a picture of them. But I think that Kate met an unfortunate end in this universe due to she might have been killed in a crossfire, or she was probably Batwoman. I don't know.
yeah.
I
I
forget.
think she was killed, and Batman, man, just like that pushed him over the edge, and then he started killing, and once again, like Batman fear is if I kill, it just gets easier.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
our skill just gets easier. That's what happens in that universe. Versus like there's no hope in this universe, or whatever.
At all, and it's very heartbreaking to hear and see that
Yeah,
he gave up on he did not have the courage to continue on for the fight for good, even when he lost his cousin that he loved immensely. It seems
yeah,
in this universe.
mm,
And Kara, who has a sixth sense about these things, just thought that he was on a level, and he eventually attacks Supergirl with some kryptonite, and it's like a thing. And then Kate was like, she had to make a choice.
yeah,
She had to find the courage to make a choice: save her
yeah.
friend or stop the person who she is still looking for in her world and stuff. Because in the Batwoman, Bruce is still missing. We don't know what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
And she does, and I think somehow they're able to defeat old Bruce, and he kind of gives her like a kind of vague warning, kind of.
Yeah, vague warning. Okay, I have to do something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. The vague warning was about like Supergirl being a superpowered individual and just use some kryptonite on her if she does it, and she keeps it. Unfortunately, she kind of keeps it just because it's like his dying wish, but he pretty much wishes her well, more or less, because even though this is a darker version of Bruce, at the end, Bruce loves Kate because that is his cousin, and he's due to whatever version of Bruce this is, his fate, unfortunately, is always to lose his parents, and it goes into the fact that Kate is his cousin by his maternal side, by his mom's side, and he does love her. So it's a thing. And so through this act of finding the Paragons, we find out that Kate is really the paragon of courage. She had the courage to stand up to Bruce and the courage to confront whatever issue she's got going on. But at the same time, she's keeping a secret from Kara, Supergirl, due to having kryptonite and keeping it on her person. Supergirl, she was more of a supporting player in this, but this kind of cements the Kate Kara friendship for me. And if you want to say like it could be potential romance, I don't know. You say I honestly don't. I honestly never really saw Supergirl as gay or bisexual, but if she is, whatever, I'm cool with it. I'm fine either way. It doesn't really matter. I love their friendship. I think it's truly great, and just to see what happens to Batwoman and how it's got thrown away, it really breaks my heart. My precious friendship of Kate and Kara. Oh man. Anyway, there are other paragons of virtues in this world that they have to find in different universes. So I believe Kara is also a paragon. She's the paragon of hope, ironically enough, because hope. No, she's the paragon of something. I forget. I'm sorry. It's been a minute since I watched this thing, but she is a paragon. I believe White Canary is the paragon of destiny. Flash is the paragon of love because of his love for Iris. There's like another paragon who is a Asian character who becomes like the Atom 2 like the Atom 2 or something, and he's like he's part of it. And Lex Luthor also is. No, you know what? I think Kara might be the paragon of truth, and then the Superman of that universe that they go to eventually is the paragon of hope. And before that, it's all over the place of what happens in this crisis. There's a main episode with Flash and we see the Flash from the '90s make a big appearance in this whole entire series, which accumulates in a Flash episode.
Yeah, I'm back, guys.
Hey, and Flash wants to try to sacrifice himself to stop Crisis and whatever, but the Flash of the '90s says, "No, I'm old. You go. You got someone who loves you, so you go." And he sacrifices himself in a way, and so
and that's like a good nod to end his storyline.
Yes, after 30 years, because the Flash only had one single season on ABC.
Yeah, and sadly it ended, and his storyline never was resolved. But they finally ended it in a way that okay, it satisfied the fans
of the fans who watched this one series in the '90s, early '90s.
Yeah, Mark Hamill, was the trickster of that version. Came back in the Flash as an older version of the character.
Like 2 or 3 times he did.
Yeah, and of course there's like the younger tricksters, like his apprentice version or
son. I thought that was his son.
Yeah, son, I believe. Like taking in like his father's footsteps, basically.
Yes, and he's mostly a Flash villain, though.
Yeah, Trickster's Flash villain. It was kind of goofy.
Kind of sad because I think he has like mental issues.
Yeah, like in the animated series.
That one episode, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, an animated episode brought back Mark Hamill for that role as well, and you have to take a medicine. Flash stuff,
Yep, he does say that, and it's also showed that there is a different side to Flash than just jokes and everything, because there was Batman and Orion says, "Why didn't you just beat him up?" Well, this is how I deal with my enemies. They're not like crazy. He has issues. I think that's the way he explained it.
Yeah, because like he's not like Trickster isn't like overly violent like the Joker is. He doesn't need to get punched.
Exactly.
Oh, So,
actually, when you think about it, Flash, in the comics, he does deal with his enemies, but they weirdly have respect for him.
That is true. They do respect.
They know there's a line they do not cross in that city for Flash, and they know what they do. They know the rules. And
Yeah.
so, in times of great need, they have helped the Flash, I believe. But I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am.
Yeah, no, I think they have help and stuff, especially like in different crises,
Mm-hmm.
like big enough because it affects them as well.
Oh, pretty much. But in the current crisis I'm trying to talk about through the show, is like all hands are on deck at this point. And I have a question: was Supergirl the paragon of truth?
I believe so, if I remember correctly.
Because the Hope paragon was Cap was Superman of the 77 world.
Yeah.
Mm, okay. And Lex Luthor somehow was able to transfer one of those paragons to him or something.
Mm,
Because eventually, after all the things have coalesced and they find like all the other paragons have to protect each other or whatever, in a shocking event, the Anti-Monitor is able to find the main headquarters, and he pretty much is about to wipe out everyone, like as in Lois Lane and her baby boy John, and Superman, and everyone, and Flash, and Iris, and everyone.
mm-hmm.
And the thing is, only several of them could survive, and they got swept up into some kind of what is it, a subdimension of time and space or whatever, the void or
Yeah,
something.
like time doesn't move, and like Lex Luthor somehow finds a way to.
John Cryer, he
John
trolls us all like what?
trolls us, and yeah, about Superman of the 70s era.
Yeah, he was able to somehow transfer that Paragon's power to him, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? I know Kara was upset. Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm a Paragon.
What?
Paragon.
I'm doing what Lex Luthor would do.
I'm not even surprised. It was shocking, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's shocking, but no one should be surprised. It's Lex Luthor.
It's Lex. Of course he'd pull that shit. He wants to live.
Wants to live. He knows how to think on his feet.
Yes. And so it's all the 7 paragons, and then I think it divides once more. Like they got to go into different periods to save each other or something like that, because they get separated again, and they got to find each other.
Yeah.
Through the remaining realities or whatever.
Yep.
And I believe that they all each have key points in this one episode of the show. Because it's pretty cool seeing like all these remaining heroes join together to try to get back what they lost. And then they do, because you know what? They had to try to find fucking Ollie, because he somehow is the key to this. I forgot Ollie. I'm so sorry. Ollie is important in this. I forget he's important.
Souls like sends around. That's when we get the Lucifer crossover.
Yes.
And stuff, and they make him Ollie the new Spectre.
Yeah, he was the Spectre.
Yeah, he became like the Spectre. Spectre's like a powerful character in
the
DC.
anger of God or something. He's connected to that or whatever.
Yeah, like every Fab Spectre part of this, like paranormal, like dead world, like deal, dead entities, or just like dark and stuff.
Yeah. So Ollie's the big character in this one episode. Of course he is, because this is all about him and his end of his story.
Yeah.
And they all find each other again. And I'm so sorry. It's just been a minute since I last watched Crisis. I'm just doing key parts. If you are curious, go watch it for yourselves. But here's another quick thing. Black Lightning is able to come help out Flash in the Flash episode at the end. So he gets caught up what's going on. He's upset that his family's dead, but everyone else's family's dead. By the end of this episode, by the end of that episode, it's like, oh, what the fuck? Okay.
Yep.
My world's gone. Oh. I don't mean to make light of it, but seriously, there's a future for all of them. So it's like, of course they're going to come back. We just don't know how.
Exactly.
It was like its own it's like CW's world of Endgame. Because after the 3rd episode, I believe, they kind of they stopped, and they didn't come back on until like the next year of early January, where we had to finish the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was pretty big when it came back on because it landed in a cliffhanger. Like, oh my god, Lex Luthor, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, there.
Yeah. And then after that, after a lot of fighting and shit, then something happens. Like the world is recreated thanks to the Spectre, Ollie's power, and all the Paragons combining their energies, powers together, or whatever. In a big flash of light, we see Kara wake up, and she looks outside, and she's back at home. Her apartment looks the same. Her city's the same, except there's some key differences that she can't be, that she's totally surprised by.
Yeah.
And we don't find out what that is until the next episode, which is like the Legends episode, which gets goofy because it's fucking Legends, and they have a fucking blue Bilbo attack and something.
Yeah. The giant tech bear returns. Yeah.
I stand by Mike. You do not let go of that damn bear. You saw that bear and you just went off like a rocket. Like, what the fuck?
I forgot the bear's like, and I'm just like, he's gonna hug us to death. Run.
Bilbo is. I got nothing to say. Like, it's what it is. Like, whatever.
It's a thing. It's just like, give me a hug.
Yes. But before that, Kara wakes up and then she's surprised to see Lex Luthor. He kind of made some change. Like, he's a big hero and shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's alive.
Of course he did
Kara
it.
and Alex and John, who, you know, John Jones is awesome. They're all checking on everyone to say, like, okay, look, this is what, okay. Only the ones who saw the beginning of this new universe remembers until John Jones goes around to the key players in all the shows off studio, whatever, just to say, give them the memories of what happened, so they all know now that this is a new reality that was created thanks to the Paragons.
Yes.
And that's cool, right? Because that's awesome. And with this, reality has been restarted and rebooted. So all those times with the crossovers with like Supergirl coming back from another Earth, it's already been merged in the history of this new universe, in the new reality itself. And this actually has consequences to Superman and Lois because, spoiler alert, in that ending that we see, Superman is surprised to know that he has twins, not just one boy.
Yes.
And in this new reality, in this new history, Clark and Lois were raising twin boys from the beginning. So, so Arrow was already here, but but everyone's reality has been merged to the Arrowverse to match up, and everything we started. But we only know it's up to this point. You get like history, like you get the like subversion of it in their own shows. Like, I remember this happening, and like for Lois and Clark, they've already been raising their two boys.
Yes.
And they're already teenagers, so not kids, no babies. They're teenagers, so they're the surly, whirly teenagers, and now they're gonna. You'll see them explode in their show, but that's then. This is now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't think they know about their cousin Kara yet, so you know, I'm kind of hoping that in the future she comes up and says, "Hey, my little nephew." It's like, what the fuck? Dad, you kept a no secret from us. It's Supergirl. She's always been around. What do you want?
True.
But anyway, from what Kara, John, and Alex say, everyone arrived here. Everyone's safe, and John gave them a memory boost for the ones who needed to know what happened, except for like Lana. No, I think what's his name? Lex takes care of Lana to give her the current memories of everything. So they got life. So they got life. They know the life that happened previously before the new reality. So you know, kind of complicated, but it's actually kind of nice. And then Flash and Supergirl team up, and they're just shocked to say, "What are you talking about?" And I think you get a special appearance by the creator, the old man creator, when he shows him a picture of Supergirl and Flash together in the first crossover event, but taking place in this new reality. It's like the creator of like some show, I forget, but he was very happy, and I was happy to like, oh my god, all those things happened, said the same, yay. But anyway, and then it's like, okay, but remember, this is a Legends episode, so crazy shit happens. And then the attack of Bilbo happens, and White Canary's like there, and then Adam's there, and he's like saying, "Dude, what you did? What's up? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, this is Bilbo. We've dealt with him before. What the fuck are you talking about? Or whatever."
Exactly.
And then, and then Kane, Batwoman comes, and Supergirl says, "Hey, look, it's Batwoman. Hey, look, it's Kate Barry." And he just looks at her like, "Oh, right, I had to calm down. Like, right, everyone's coming in the show. Like, whatever."
Exactly.
Like, and Kate's like, in disbelief, like, "Oh my god, what the fuck am I in?" But often, oh my god, whatever. I'm done.
No, it's giant teddy bear run.
It's a giant teddy bear. What the fuck? I'm done. I need a drink. I need a drink. Seriously.
Nah, I wouldn't blame her.
So they deal with the giant fucking Bilbo because I think it turns into a pile of mush eventually due to some reason and everything.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? This is some weird ass shit. And then the legends are like total goofballs and everything they're saying. So what did we miss? After I saw John, he gave me some memory, he gave me this memory download to tell me the real history and everything, so we're fine. We missed another crossover event, didn't we? Wink wink, as always.
Yes.
And it's pretty fun. I mean, it's a Legends episode, but this is pretty important for White Canary because she knows that this is the world that Oliver created, and that was her friend, her lover at one point, and friend. And she just says, "I just can't believe after everything, he's gone, and no one really remembers except for some of us, but." I'm like one of the, and she's like talking to the audience when she says that I'm like one of the last original ones of the original show, but I'm in my own show now. And she's talking to Barry about this, and Barry kind of gets it because he did get his start in Flash too, so he kind of gets it, and they bond over Oliver being gone until the Anti-Monitor is somehow alive, and he wants to destroy the universe because it's what he does.
Yeah.
So all the heroes make one last stand against the Anti-Monitor, and I think it revolves around using science to win the day, to shrink him down to Adam's size and never see him again. And there's all this cool fights, and Batwoman's involved, and Alex and Dreamer too, I believe, and some other characters are having fun with it.
Yeah.
And Superman and Supergirl are dealing with a giant Anti-Monitor because, of course, they have to, because they're the only strongest ones who can deal with them, and John Jones. It's pretty cool to see. And then eventually they're able to stop him and defeat him, and then not until we see like a small Superman because he got hit by the shrinking ray or whatever, and Supergirl finds him and she says, Clark, yeah, I'm right here, don't crush me. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, Superman, this is like, dude, you're the Superman, what the fuck, how is this possible, why are you shrunk?
Yeah, that does happen.
It's a Legends episode. Whatever. This shit happens. What do you expect? It's a Legends. For goodness sakes, they get fucking high. They use weed on the daily. Like, oh, dude, I got high. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Whatever. But we get an important little event that happens at the end of it all. We get to the Hall of Justice. And there's like 7 insignias involved. 2 for Superman and Supergirl, 1 for Flash, White Canary, Black Lightning, Batwoman, and of course an honorary one for Oliver, who began everything in this universe.
Yes.
And due to this Oliver's sacrifice, he was able to restart the other parts of the multiverse. Including Titans is back. All the other universes are back, and it's pretty much explained in a hand-wave way. It's a multiverse. The multiverse spans different realities. Yes. We're connected, but we're not connected. We're on our own continuity shifts.
Yes. And speaking of multiverse, we did get to see that Flash appearance from DC.
My god, you're right. That was the biggest thing. Barry Allen meets Barry Allen from Justice League.
Yes, from the DCU, from the Movieverse.
That was big, because no one saw it coming.
Yeah, no one knew about it. I think only Grant knew about it, and I think that was like last year. Yeah, it's just like, damn.
And I think the Barry that we know about in the show was able to help him figure out that his name is the Flash. My name's the
Mm-hmm.
Flash, and it was so nice to see because it's just this version of Flash who is pretty. He's pretty fun in his own way, I guess, and he's just saying, "Whoa, this is awesome."
Yeah.
Because they are the same, yet they're not the same because it's a different
Yeah, they're
reality.
similar yet different.
So it's fun to see, and it was pretty nice. It's just an awesome thing to see, man. That's all I gotta say. So you
It
gotta watch it.
was.
You gotta watch it. It's fun, very
Mm-hmm.
unexpected, very cool. We loved it, and it's
Yeah.
kind of pretty much puts in perspective like all these movies and shows are part of a big, gigantic multiverse that will never really connect, and it's connected
Mm-hmm.
in a way. So don't
Yeah.
worry about which is the original universe or not because they're their own thing. Just select what you like and call it a day. It doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
at
Yeah.
best. And it actually introduces the universe 2 of Stargirl, which is very popular now.
Yes. I guess HBO Max now.
Mm. And Stargirl is a popular series, and it's about you just look it up, you'll like it. I
Yeah.
actually fell off it, but I'm aware that's popular, and I think it's supposed to cross over somehow very soon with another show.
Yeah.
So that should be fun to see.
Oh, yeah.
So we get the new multiverse, and Teen Titans lives, and I believe Teen Titans has gotten better with the season. So again,
Yep.
don't follow the hardcore reviewer people that you follow. Just come up with make up your own opinion. You don't really need their validation and everything.
True.
You can like what they say, but you don't have to really agree with it.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, and at the end of it all, I think there was like a special tribute to Oliver. And okay, this kind of goes into my big thing of Kate, Kara, and Alex were at Kara's apartment when this was happening. I was like, yes, I was fanboying. Oh my god, yes, 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 yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just Kate and Alex and Kara just hanging out at her house, and I'm thinking, God, if this show came to, if this was about them and their show coming together, I wouldn't mind. Like the Batwoman and Supergirl show, I would be all for it. Like yes,
Oh,
I would have just said yes, give it, put it in my veins. I need this for myself. I can give you a baseline of how Alex hooks up with Kate. It's awesome. It's very fan fictiony, but leave me alone. This is good. This is all I want.
yeah.
It's awesome.
It would have been good.
Yes, and Kara could have just been like fine with it and shit because it's Kara and Kate and Alex. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but this is the new world now, and the heroes will protect it with everything they are.
Mm-hmm.
And at the Justice League headquarters, the whole of Justice.
Yes.
There's like the funny scene, like wait. So what's this? So there's like some kind of monkey escape. I think it was from the Wonder Twins for some odd reason.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And Black Lightning is there too, so he's part of the main crew now too. So that's good.
Yeah.
He's the father figure that he's actually the father figure that Barry kind of needs in a way because they
Yeah.
had a nice moment in the Flash episode, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And given the fact Barry was raised by a black man to be his other father and everything, it works. And yeah, this worked.
Mm-hmm.
If you really need to know, black men are sage. So it's kind of tokeny, but black men are sage, and it's awesome to see.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Anyway, Crisis on Infinite Earths really did bridge everything, combine everything together. I know I was happy because Supergirl's finally is where she belongs. No more separate universes. We can connect them whenever we want, but due to COVID, every show is separate for now. There was no crossover event this year, sadly.
Yeah, sadly, no crossover, but maybe when things get a little bit better, we could see another crossover. And
Eventually, because I believe the Supergirl characters will live on in other shows.
yeah, they'll probably make appearances in other shows like Flash and Legends. And
I
probably
suspect maybe
knows,
more legends. I feel, but who knows?
it probably knows Superman, Clark, Lois as well.
Clark and Lois, Superman show. Yeah, they'll probably make an appearance more in there too.
Yeah, probably. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff.
Maybe I'm not sure about Batwoman because I believe that show's going to go through a third season and that's it.
Yeah, I think she'll live on in terms of like other crossover events
Mm-hmm.
from what I read, but once again, who knows with those creators because they does weird stuff with that show sound like.
Yeah, until they.
Yeah,
But Crisis on Infinite Earths was so big, we both enjoyed it when we watched it like
yeah,
a year and a half ago.
we didn't need it. It was good. It was a good crossover event. It was like enjoyable and something that we all talked about, and then the world changed afterwards.
Yes, yes. Is there any other things you want to add that we might have missed? I know I kind of moved on from the Paragons and they're important, but it's pretty noteworthy to see that the Paragons were the crucial aspects for this crisis and a good plot point, I would say.
Yeah, like the Paragons were important to kind of see to kind of like build on and like rebuild the universe. I kind of like that angle.
Hmm.
Like once again, seeing Kevin Conroy was like a real
Evan
joy
Conroy
and
was just
everything.
hands down one of the best of of
Yeah,
that
he's like one
event.
of the best parts of that crossover, and just like seeing like the cameos and nods to other
The
universes. Like
Batman 1989. That's such a that kind
yeah,
of really begins the.
yeah, the Batman '89, which will be brought back from someone in the Flash movie.
Oh yeah.
Whenever that should be off the ground, I think they're filming it
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
after like Rocky, like start and sort of like history with that.
Yes.
We'll wait and see how that goes, and
Yes.
any other future DC films as well.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And the Arrowverse, who knows if it's gonna, I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. Who knows? Will they eventually wrap it up? Probably. Who knows? Who knows with those things?
It depends because times change, people change, and even though the CW shows, call it what you are for like it's like again it's like for tweens, teens, and 20s eens, I guess. It's pretty good. It's like got a nice fandom going on, nice
Yeah.
build up and everything. It's good for the show because it shows that yeah, TV shows can do big events without being movie aspects. Even
Who
though
knows?
I believe I've heard through whatever grapevine is that there's like this rivalry between which is more harder to make, a TV show or a movie, and both people who are diving into it will give you like different answers, and it's like oh, we don't know. The
Both
chicken or
come
the
with
egg? Chicken or the egg?
both come with their own sets of issues and problems.
True,
They don't have
true,
if at the end of the day. So who knows which one's more difficult?
true. Hypothetically, if we were to ever do a show or a movie, what would you rather we do? Hypothetically,
The movie would be nice, but I
yeah,
guess you have
like
some
just like a
spirit.
like a short 30 minute film or whatever.
Yeah, like short film. Yeah, I guess just do a short maybe.
Honestly, you would need more writers. I know I'm a writer per se, but I don't think I've ever wrote a script. I think my writing more best details like bookish kind of things or blogs, none of a script, but I would have to learn.
True. Like I'm not like a writer in that terms, but like I have creative ideas,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Mm. But we would have to talk to Chris about it since he really wants to do it eventually or something, or maybe who
Yeah,
knows.
one day we'll definitely.
Or at best, just do a fucking YouTube and call it a day.
That's true.
And eventually, you guys, we know one day we're gonna have to just reveal our faces on YouTube just for like
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds or something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm fine. I mean, my fucking face is on my Twitter, on TikTok or whatever, and Instagram. I mean, I'm pretty much fine with it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the day you guys get over this whole. Oh, we didn't use a big CJM picture, not show our faces on videos. Maybe that's why we're not
I
getting hits
don't
because no one knows what we
care.
look like.
Yeah, I don't care about it. It's just video quality stuff.
Oh, right, right. You know what? Now I remember. There was one
I,
time you were on the couch when you were recording or something.
yeah, One time it's like, oh yeah, couch potato, my.
Pretty much. And Chris, well, I don't know why he wants to reveal his face.
Yeah, there's some just some issue with his camera.
Oh, but wasn't that on Sky?
Yeah, it's Skype, but I'm not sure if it works on Discord or not.
I don't know. He's never tried it, or he doesn't want to.
No, I guess not. I mean, it is what it is.
I should probably I should probably get on his ass about it and say, dude, put on your fucking camera. I'm curious. It doesn't work. Shut up and do it. I don't believe you. Fuck off, Jeff. You fuck off. And it'll be a fuck you contest.
Yeah, that'd be the conversation. I'm just like, what did I just walk into?
Exactly.
I'd be like that guy who brings in pizza and then there's fire. Like, what the hell? Jeez.
But pretty much, that's our thoughts on the what do you call it? The CW Crisis on Infinite
CW.
Earths.
Yes.
And
Overall.
yes, overall thoughts, and if you're curious, I do still have the original data. I think, I don't know. I gotta double check the video aspect and see if the video itself ever caught his audio. If it did, maybe one day I'll probably upload it as a code cut or whatever. Who knows? Our original conversation without the extra dialogue. Who knows?
The OG cut.
The OG cut. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As we end, yeah, this is CJM Extra. And I encourage you, if you've gotten this far, thank you.
Yes,
I really mean it. I would suggest check out Mike's blog on MMO or SE 1017's page.
Yes.
Go check out our CGM page that's run by Chris. We have a lot of episodes of our podcast, which I guess no one would listen to like for 5 seconds. I'm sorry about that. I guess at the same time we're trying very hard to try to compress as much as we can because we don't edit it, unfortunately, due to
we don't edit. It's just fun conversation. It's relax. You do get some people like us, but we're still small, still got like building up and stuff. Hey, it is what it is. We're just having fun with it. If you enjoy our talk, this is what we kind of do on Sundays, except we have Chris who brings his energy to the table, Guy Spider-Man, and we just have fun. It's chill. So it's a blast to do with it.
Yes, and also, and we also got a lot of commentaries out currently, so I suggest you check out our commentaries.
Yes, they got our Mortal Kombat commentaries, and Star Wars,
Diver,
and all the others that we can think of.
Yeah, please try to drop a like and a subscribe. It does give us a boost of energy knowing that for some odd reason there are some who listen to us, even though you don't like the fucking video, which is fine, I guess. But like us, subscribe at best.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess for my page it's very low, so I do not expect any kind of big hits, sadly, because reasons. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm more better at blogging. But if I have someone to talk to, it's easier, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Like I said, we're doing this for fun. We're not big or anything.
Pretty much.
We're just enjoying our time because it's something that gives us to do. In the pandemic world where we got busy or just entertain ourselves.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's for fun, as you said.
Yeah.
I guess if you listen to this and you got this far, stay tuned to our next episode of CGM, and we will go into more details about certain things. I'll probably have watched Justice League by then to give my thoughts on it, and maybe Godzilla versus King Kong. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Both are good in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'll give my thoughts on that, and I guess this is it for the our latest episode of CJM Extra.
Yeah,
Hopefully, if I ever do this on my end, maybe I should try to invite Chris too next time.
yeah, yeah. Try to find Chris, then let's get Chris back on my show eventually as well. And
Yes.
get time. And yeah, once my schedule's like not weird again.
Yeah, because I remember hearing that. I think one of your most popular episodes with him in it was the Guyver because it was so like niche, and
Yeah,
he went into a very good explanation with it, which is good.
yeah, it's good. Like the Guyver thing is like fun, and then this obscure stuff I think is interesting to
Yes,
listen and react because Guyver is a niche series, but it's so good.
it's good.
Mm-hmm. And,
Well, I think we're 2 hours in, bro. So I'm gonna probably
yeah,
end it
good
now.
talk. Yeah, we had a good talk.
Yes, we did. Thanks for coming by, Mike. It's really good, man.
You're welcome, man. Anytime. Like, I'm happy. Pop in. You're always welcome on my channel as well for any talk. Not sure what talk, but we'll think of something.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yes.
So, I am Jeff.
And I'm Michael.
This is CJM Extra, and I will see you next time.
Later.
Take care, everyone.